You have Sarah Palin, and I don't know that she's running, and I don't think she's going to be running, but you understand that she sets the bar so low for stupidity in the Republican Party that just about she was their vice presidential nominee. She still is, actually, I guess. I mean, do you hold that title until there's a new vice presidential nominee? You'll recall last week she said that Paul Revere had bells and whistles and was telling the British are coming to take away your guns, and as if it was about the Second Amendment prior to the United States existing and forgetting that they were all British citizens with the whistles and the bells, And she has since labeled it just another classic gotcha question. The question, incidentally, was, what have you been up to? That was the question. I'm paraphrasing. It might have been like, what have you been doing here in Boston? Oh, checking out the bells and whistles and the guns and the Paul Revere. And so, never back down. That's their motto. And so you have now Palin supporters actually going in, and they were caught trying to change the Wikipedia page about Paul Revere to match, I guess, Sarah Palin's hallucinations or ramblings. And the Wikipedia people said, look, you can't do this. This is ridiculous. And so Palin, of course, goes on to her network, Fox Network, and by her network, I mean the one that pays her, to explain that, in fact, yes, Chris Wallace is wrong, that she knew exactly what she's talking about. Here she is.
This bus tour.
I got to ask you real quickly about that, though. You realize that you messed up about Paul Revere, don't you?
You know what? I didn't mess up about Paul Revere. Here's what Paul Revere did. He warned the Americans that the British were coming, and they're going to try to take our arms. So we got to make sure that we were protecting ourselves and shoring up all of our ammunitions and our firearms so that they couldn't take it. But remember that the British had already been there, many soldiers, for 7 years in that area. And part of Paul Revere's ride, and it wasn't just one ride, he was a courier, he was a messenger. Part of his ride was to warn the British that were already there that, hey, you're not going to succeed. You're not going to take American arms. You are not going to beat our own well-armed persons, individual private militia that we have. He did warn the British. And in a shout-out, gotcha type of question that was asked of me, I answered candidly, and I know my American history.
He's laughing at her. I don't even know how to respond. The British were actually already there. Were you aware of that? The British were actually already there. Just unbelievable.
Right-wing blogs are backing her up because apparently after the ride, in a completely separate incident, Paul Revere was captured by the British, and he told them information when he was captured. So he basically ratted out the Americans, and that's what a good old Paul Revere did that Sarah Palin's so proud of.
Right. My head is so spinning from this. It's just stunning. It's stunning. And if it weren't for the fact that by having this type of lunacy on the right enables sort of corporate Democrats to tack more towards corporatism because the people on the right are so insane, I would really, really enjoy it. I'd become a Palin groupie just to follow her around the country to see what else she's going to say.